The 2018 Honda Jazz Facelift has arrived, and unlike the usual MMC or minor model change that takes place halfway through a car's generational lifespan, this one is just an update. Now, the Honda Jazz was always a capable and well-appointed premium hatchback, though we have argued about how it could have been better in dynamic terms and on some equipment. While the dynamics have not got that booster I'd have liked, the equipment certainly has, and to qualify as a facelift, there is some tweaking on the exterior too. Very few things have changed on the outside. You get chrome door handles now. You also have two new colors. There's this, the Lunar Silver, and then there's a new red. But I think the most distinct change that's very noticeable is that the taillight has changed. You get this new signature from the LED as well. Even though the overall housing doesn't change in terms of shape, the light itself looks very different, but I have to say it kind of transgresses into Volvo territory just a little bit. Yup, that is it when it comes to styling changes. So you can stare at it all you want, but you won't be able to pick out any differences in the face, and that's because there aren't any. And no, still no DRLs on this baby, even at the top spec. Maybe the actual MMC would bring those in, considering the Hyundai i20 and the Maruti Suzuki Baleno have got him. That taillight cluster does bring some sexiness to the car though, and better congruity between the two split parts, the vertical element that travels up the edge of the rear windscreen and the wider cluster that sits on the fender. Honda is calling them LED wing lights, and it makes the car look more modern for sure. On the inside is where the bigger changes are. The most significant is what Honda says is its DigiPad 2.0. This is the upgraded infotainment touchscreen with navigation. Now a 7-inch screen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It also has reverse camera display and works with voice commands. The steering also gets cruise control functions besides audio and phone controls. The push start button now illuminates in red like in the city, but it's still missing on the petrol top spec strangely, so not on the car I have with me. A front center armrest and a driver side vanity mirror round off the new features. The Jazz continues to lead on safety with pretty much all features as standard across all grades of the Jazz. Yes, that includes not just the dual airbags and ABS, but also the new features like rear parking sensors and speed sensing door locks. Honda says it's also worked on reducing the noise that seeps into the cabin, although any change here is not really apparent. The new cruise control I mentioned is only on offer on the CVT and diesel variants. Overall, the car remains easy to drive and maneuver. It has a light zippy feel and its performance is rather smooth on the whole. I'd have liked to see Honda stiffen the ride a bit too and give us tauter handling on the Jazz, and there are no other mechanical changes anyway, with the Jazz still offering its 1.2-litre 89 bhp petrol and 1.5-litre 99 bhp diesel engine options. I wish Honda would consider a Jazz RS by adding the more powerful 1.5-litre iVTEC engine from the City to this lineup. It would also give the Jazz a huge advantage and make it one of the seriously fun premium hatchbacks to drive. Oh well. On the whole, the Honda Jazz remains a credible and convenient car which offers a good alternative to the rest of the premium hatch crop. Prices for the diesel go from 8,05,000 to 9,29,000 rupees, while the petrol range starts at 7,35,000 and tops off at 8,99,000 rupees ex-showroom. Its petrol CVT option remains a good choice too, and Honda could consider bringing in its diesel CVT USP from the Amaze to the mix to really shake things up against the i20 and Baleno.